In this video, we're going to talk about some of the new page template options in Karma 2.0. Um, in the new version of Karma, we eliminated some of the old page templates, and the page template's still available, but it's just done a little bit differently. And I'll show you what I mean just in a minute. Um, so we're going to go ahead and click on Pages, and then we're just going to edit one of these pages. So I'm just going to click on Edit. Okay, and over here in the page attribute section for the template, I'm just going to click on template. And if you use the older versions of Karma, you'll notice there's some different templates in here, and there's a few less templates in here. And what we did with Karma 2.0 is we got rid of all of the no nav options. So for instance, there used to be a 1-column portfolio plus no nav, a 2-column portfolio plus no nav, full width plus no nav, left sidebar plus no nav. So we've eliminated those alternate page templates because we felt it was kind of pointless to have a full page template just for the lack of navigation. So if you're looking to achieve the same functionality, you can easily do so right down here. So you notice there's this new box. It's called sub navigation, and basically by default, every page template will always display a sub navigation. And if you want to hide the navigation, you just simply click the checkbox. So for instance, we'll switch this to full width, and by default, the full width is going to have a horizontal nav. So we're just going to update the page, and we'll refresh. And you'll see that right up top here it has a horizontal nav. So if I didn't want to show a navigation on this page, I would simply just check this box and update the page and refresh, and you'll see that the navigation's hidden. So you pretty much you just go through and you do that for each one of your pages. So if you have any of the portfolio pages, if you want to hide the navigation, again you just simply check the box to hide the navigation. Now, one of the new features as well is actually I'm going to switch back to left nav just so I can explain it to you real quick. So one of the features that was oops, let me just turn that on. One of the features that was requested by a lot of users was they wanted to be able to customize the items in the sub navigation. So for instance, by default, the left nav and right nav template, it automatically pulls in the child pages and puts them over here in the sub nav. So for instance, when I roll over pages up in the main nav, whatever shows up in the drop down, that's what's going to show up also on this side nav. And some users were looking for ways to customize this. So they wanted certain pages in the drop down, but they didn't want them over in the sub nav. So we've solved that problem for you. So in order to do that, you're going to want to still choose the left nav or right nav template. So we're going to choose left nav, and then we're going to go ahead and check the box to hide the sub navigation, and then we're going to update the page. And what this does is when you hide the sub navigation, the page template will then look for a sidebar, and then it will display the sidebar over here. So now all we simply have to do is create our custom menu and put it inside a sidebar, and then assign the sidebar to this page. So we'll go ahead and do that. So first we're going to create the sidebar. So we're just going to click on Appearance and Sidebars, and then Add New Sidebar. And we're just going to give it a name and click OK. Okay, and now we have to create our menu. So we're going to click on Appearance and Menus, and we're just going to click on this plus sign to create a new menu. And we're just going to enter a name for the menu and hit Create Menu. Okay, and so again, this menu is going to be used as the sub navigation on this page. So any pages that we want to add in there, we just simply add our pages. We can add custom links if we want. So just as you would normally modify your main navigation, you would just create a new menu to be used as your sub nav. Okay, so we're happy with that. We're going to hit Save Menu. Okay, now we just have to put this menu within the sidebar. So we're going to click on Appearance and Widgets. And if we scroll down, you'll see that right down here, this is the new sidebar that we created. It's called Test. So what we're going to want to do is drag in a custom menu that we just created. So right here it says custom menu, so we're going to drag that into our sidebar. And we don't want to work. You don't have to worry about a title because it's not going to get displayed, so you can just leave that blank. And from the menu drop down, we're just going to want to choose our navigation that we want to display. So ours is called test, so we're just going to choose that and hit save. Okay, now that the menu's in the sidebar, now we just have to assign the sidebar to the page. So again, if I refresh, you'll see there's still nothing here. We just have to assign the sidebar to this page, and then the navigation will show up. So I'm going to go back and we're going to click on Pages and left nav. Okay, and we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and for the sidebar we're going to choose Test, which is our one that we just created, and we're going to update the page and come back and refresh, and you'll see that we now have our custom sub navigation. So it works exactly the same as the right nav, so you would just do the same thing, but you would just choose the right nav template. So I'll just update and refresh, and just you can see that. So again, it works exactly the same way. So it's a really useful feature. It's a very powerful feature. It was requested by a lot of people, so we went ahead and programmed that in there for you. Now, just a few other things I just want to go over with page templates, and then we're going to end this video. And the next video we'll talk about the pricing tables. So in the new Karma 2.0, we have portrait style image frames and portrait galleries. This was requested by a lot of photographers. So you guys needed more of a portrait layout, so we went ahead and created that for you. So if we click on gallery, you'll see this one right here. This is using the new single column portfolio page. So it's done the same way as all the existing portfolio pages. So we'll just click on Pages, and we're going to click on Gallery. And it works exactly the same way as the other portfolio pages. So you'll see there's a new one here, Portfolio 1 column Portrait, and then there's also Portfolio 3 columns Portrait. So again, they work exactly the same way as the other gallery pages. It's just a different layout. So we'll switch to 3 column and update and refresh. And you'll see that it has the portrait style image frames. So if you need any assistance setting up the actual gallery items, we have a separate video for that. So just let us know and we'll direct you to that video. It's right in the instructional videos section. And I believe that's it. Let me just double check. And yeah, that about does it. So again, just remember, if you want to hide a sub navigation on any of the pages, you just simply use this new checkbox right over here. So you check the box, and that'll hide it. You update the page, and you're all good to go. So I hope this was helpful, and please stay tuned for our upcoming video.